They'll be calling you a radical. Now, this is historic important. Stay on the Chinese nuclear disaster. Now, stay with me. This would have never been reported if it wasn't for Anonymous. Anonymous is back. And I tried to tell you this a while back. They're not so anonymous. So, this document was leaked to CNN. CNN got it. There's a reason that it was put out at 2 a.m. Eastern Time. Somebody inside CNN put it out into the domain. This letter was leaked. Now, stay with me. This letter should be transparent and should have been leaked to the American public a week ago. But Biden's playing the same game as Trump, playing the same game as Obama. Now remember, China, it's being reported now, China raised the legal limits by hundreds of times so that it wouldn't have to by law, international law, shut this reactor down. Well, isn't that what Obama did? When Fukushima, now think RadNet was run by Gina McCarthy. Radiation, we have radiation, RadNet's down right now again. It's been down all week. The plume from this accident has already come over us. It's here, right now. And they didn't warn us, did they? Again, I mean, talk about freaking criminality. Biden just pulled the same crime that, well, he was on the team on the cover-up of Fukushima. Remember, the United States raised the legal limits after Fukushima. Jet stream moves left to right. Obama raised them 4 times. By hundreds and hundreds of times. But then it gets better. People don't realize this. When Trump got in, he got rid of legal limits. There are no legal radiation limits in the United States. They can radiate the shit out of you, not tell anybody. So stay with me. This is important because it's historic. This accident happened 8 years to the day of the shutdown of San Onofre, which I did that last night for Gene. I mean, it's so unbelievable. So I talked to Peter in San Diego, talked to another activist in San Diego. They're saying, well, is this what happened at San Onofre? Now remember, on the 30th of January 2012, I'm the guy that leaked this to the world. I'm the anonymous guy who put this to the world. That they were cheating on the exchange at San Onofre, and they got right down to the last thing, and they had to open the valve and vent. They call it a steam malfunction. It's not a steam malfunction. No, I mean, they were cheating, blatant. Jerry Brown, PV, I mean, all of them should have went to prison. Not my words, Kamala Harris's word at first before she got in the team. So, she knows all this. She's been briefed on this. She knows this. Why does she open her mouth? What, cancer doesn't affect her? Let's see, her mom, Livermore epidemiologist, died. You know, I mean, Beau Biden died. These people are sociopaths that don't care. Barack Obama, his mother died young, down. He don't care. They're sociopaths. Donald Trump, isn't it Trump's birthday today? If he'd have mentioned Fukushima, he'd still be president. He got on the winning fucking team. The Nuclear Energy Crime Syndicate. Status King Cuomo. So, stay with me. This is historic and important stuff. Is that what happened? Oh no, this is bigger than this. So, this is what they call the European reactor. I call it the Euro. And so, this is the first one ever in history to go on. I did videos about this. You know, right, this is the Nuclear Energy Crime Syndicate University where I used to teach at Blackwell. I did videos about this reactor in February, January of 2018. That's when this thing was first fired up. There were reports of problems when they fired it up. Very similar to Chernobyl. Oh yeah. So, that was a new reactor at Chernobyl. So, I'm going crazy about it. I knew Aaron Swartz personally. You know, that's who started Reddit. Hello, I was in the courtroom when they Obama gave him 35 years for downloading some MIT Media Lab where a bee went. Oh my God. This cover up. So, is this a steep? No, this is much bigger. You would not know. Now think about it. Who's been the biggest cover-up of Fukushima there is, the greatest event in human history? The New York Times, Fox News, CNN. New York Times just reported it, saying that, now stay with me, this is historic and important. By international law, this is regulated by the IAEA, who've turned into nothing but criminal derelicts. By international law, they have to send out a letter to every government So the French who run this reactor, it's right there near Hong Kong in southern China. This is the first one that was ever fired up. I put that video up in February or January 2018 on this reactor having a problem. It was on the front page of Reddit at 50,000 views. I'm like, what's going on here? I have an analytic tools. I can see where the traffic sources are coming from. Reddit. All of a sudden, Google comes to me and takes it down and says it's been taken down because of spam or something. I'm like, what are you talking about? I never put it on. It was a good video too. So that's when they started to kettle Kevin Blanch even more than they already had. So stay with me. By international law, they have to send out this letter. Now, it should be transparent by law, but they've changed all these laws, Patriot Act. So Biden had this letter. The United States Department of Energy, who is Jennifer Granholm, who's the next one. Jennifer Granholm belongs in prison over this. She says more nuclear. Jennifer Granholm's a pro-nuclearist, just like Rick Perry, a pro-nuclearist, just like Gina McCarthy, a pro-nuclearist, the revolving door that has just kept, hasn't been an anti-nuclear in the White House since John Kennedy. So the letter was sent. That doesn't, now listen to me, this is historic important. I know the law on this, up and down one side the other. They rank them to a 7. Now, who sets a nuclear accident scale, the maximum? It's just a 7. 7's the maximum. Now, you think about that. That's malice from inception. That's malice. What's the M's words? I mean, murder, malice, Mormons, mountains. I mean, it's disturbing. So, it's really disturbing. So, they send a letter out when there's a nuclear accident. It's called an imminent radiation alert letter. That means it's unquestionable they had an accident. It's unarguable and unquestionable because they sent the letter. The letter by law has to be sent out when there's a nuclear accident to alert the companies that are downwind that this plume is coming over you. So they sent the letter. They sent the letter on 6/6. Biden had it. Jennifer Granholm is the first one that got it. Did he release it to the American public? Barack Obama on the 17th on St. Patrick's Day. Isn't Biden Finnegan his mother? She'd be spitting in his face. I mean, he's acting like a good royal, isn't he? How long must I sing? So, we want you to know, the plume is not dangerous coming over North America. We will keep you. He never mentioned Fukushima again. That was a press conference on the 17th of March, 2011. Now, I know this dynamic like I'm the world's foremost expert by a million times. That's why they go after me. They're afraid of me. By law, international law, they have to send this letter out. The Arriva, the bankrupt freaking rats that they are, sent the letter. It was kept secret for 6 days. Anonymous got it. I tried to tell you, Anonymous got it. They leaked it out to a bunch of media sources. Inside CNN in the middle of the night on a Monday night when nobody was watching the store. Inside CNN put it in. By the way, they're going to set reality winner free. Set the truth free. Set Kevin Blanch's truth free. So they put it into the domain. I couldn't sleep all night. Gene's crossover wake on the Sentinel free. And I looked and it popped up. It had only been up for a couple minutes. And I'm like, oh my God, I know what this letter is. So this letter, what it means, it's unarguable they have a radiation event going on there. Is it just a steam malfunction when they vented all over you in San Clemente, which got sent off for shutdown, which, what an event. Kevin Blanch is the one that leaked that. I'm the guy that leaked that to the world. I'll admit it. So this got leaked. CNN in the middle of the night, somebody inside CNN put it out there. New York Times, all these agencies that are reporting in this now, and they're panty painting it and they're diluting it fucking like every night. You think it would have ever been put out if it wasn't leaked? By law, the Biden administration has to put it out to the American public. Did they? Nope. Jennifer Granholm belongs in a prison cell over this, just like Rick Barry, just like Donald Trump on his birthday should be locked up to cover up of Fukushima. Barry Antoinette, first one. Gina McCarthy, they tore down the Radnet dishes on this campus. I videoed them. They took them down. They crashed. Radnet's down right now. I mean, Google it. That's the radiation detection network. Gina McCarthy ran it. She's the climate czar now? What? We're worshiping czars in Russia? I thought we had world wars to get rid of monarchies and czars. They're back. So it got leaked out to the world. So what this means, and I'll tell you, there is unarguable fact they've had an accident there. This Euro is the first Euro ever put. It was developed in 2001, 2002 by Arriva and Siemens. And so they've been, I was going crazy about it. This is the first one ever to be fired up. 2018, 2019, there's 2 reactors there. They've been having problems with them. This thing is in meltdown. There's absolutely no doubt. This is not just open event. How do I know that? I know this by this letter. Thank you to whoever fucking leaked this out. Whoever leaked this out, anonymous ain't so anonymous. Me on my Nobel Prize. So, CNN, who's the biggest cover-up, Anderson, Vanderbilt, Cooper was in Fukushima. Sanjay Gupta, MD, belongs in prison on the cover-up of Fukushima. Came home. Sanjay Gupta, MD, 2 weeks after the fact. They were there for days. They were there for days, for whom the bell tolls. They were there for days. Is this meltdowns? They got this Jim Walsh on there. They're boots on the ground at Fukushima, Japan. They're going crazy, Anderson, Vanderbilt, Cooper. And then they says, the wind was blowing out over us, and Barack Obama lied to us and poisoned our planet. Gave so many people, including Kevin Blanche, cancer. It was unbelievable. One of the bone marrow transplant on 11. I was given 2 months to live almost 10 years ago. This is so irony that this happened exactly to the day on the shutdown of San Onofre. 8 years to the day. So I know for a fact there's been a fucking meltdown down there. It's factually unarguable. Now, how severe it is, you think China's going to tell us? You think the French are, the state-run media in China? The state-run media in Russia? What about the state-run media in the United States, Patriot? There's no state-run media here in the United States. Fukushima proved who runs the world. These are the greatest high crimes in human history that are against. Biden has just committed the same crime that Obama committed, that Trump committed. He committed it twice. His own son dies for wise phosphorus brain cancer. Don't you think there'd be some apathy? Don't you think there'd be some love? These fuckers don't care. They're demanding. He sits on this. You would have never, ever saw this if this wasn't leaked. And it wasn't. Oh, I'll guarantee CNN, the NSA, the CIA, the fucking powers, the 3 branches of government, NSA, CIA, CFR. I'll guarantee they're livid right now. Whoever did this, sure, Trump would have hung him. Reality winner. Ask her. She didn't do anything fucking wrong. They're going to let her out on good behavior. Biden sure ain't going to let her out. Fuck, he's another Obama. He's another I never voted for the fucking rat. Trump, he turned out to be just like what they did to whistleblowers. The fucking truth. Thank you, whoever did put this out. CNN. I saw it pop up. I'm like, oh my God. I know the rules. I know the law. This letter by law has to be sent out to, and by law, it has to go to the United States Department of Energy. Jennifer Granholm has sat on it for 6 days and not fucking alerted the American populace that there's a radio plume that yesterday moves light, and it's called the downwinder law. Anybody who's downwind from this reactor, which is the whole world, these letters have to be sent out to each country. All these countries sat on it. There they are meeting together, the so-called G7 with the Queen. They're meeting with the Queen. Oh my God. Who owns all the uranium mines? Who is the nuclear imperialists? They're back. This is a fucking meltdown. There's no doubt in my fucking mind. Now, who's going to tell you? Well, we'll pick it up. Somebody told me today. Well, we'll pick it up. What? In the United States? They raised the limits in China 50 times. More than that. I've heard rumors of 500 times. The IAEA fucking told them to shut down. And they haven't. This is the French company. This is the first Euro that ever went online. The fucker's blown up. It's fucking, we're going to promote more. The little SMR, it's the same technologies we're using these SMRs that blew up on the White Sea on 8/8. Not to be confused with this one on 6/6. The 8/8 one blew up and killed the 8 lead nuclear physicists in all of Russia. I asked John Huntsman right there, well, what about this SMR that blew up? Utah's funding them. Utah's supporting them. They're in bed with fucking Bill Epstein Island fucking Gates. Yeah, I'm the one that collected the data. He was the ambassador in Russia. Right there, you can look it up. It's online. Should have millions of views. Ask Mitt Romney about it. Mitt Romney just changed the subject. Right here, I asked Mike Lee about it. But Huntsman says, yeah, I collected the data. I'm like, why aren't you screaming your fucking head off? I guess they're above it. Their royal fucking family lines, I guess they're above all this fucking cancer. Radiation, who are they? A fucking whole world of Madame Curie? Oh, she got 2 Nobel. I think she'd rather have her life than her hands back and her life back than 2 fucking Nobel Prizes. What are you, a bunch of fucking Madame Curies? The Obama administration raised the legal limits 4 times. Trump just got in there and went right into bed with Obama and got rid of the legal limits. So who's the culprits here? China? Oh, fuck yeah. Dirty fuckers. You know. The irony is it's right next to Hong Kong. The United States protected Hong Kong from the Chinese communists forever and ever. Not now. Not now. We didn't protect them, did they? You know, China's locking them up. Talk about put freaking whistleblowers in prison. You know, China's just hammering them right now. U.S. didn't stand up for them, did they? Because we're imperialists now. Biden belongs in prison over this. Jennifer Granholm belongs in prison, just like Trump belongs in prison. His fuck on Flag Day. Obama, these are the greatest crimes in human history. They didn't tell us, did they? This letter is absolute fucking proof, and it got leaked out by Anonymous. Anonymous is back. You know, you think you could circle the wagon, just squash us, and squash everybody on fucking YouTube. Go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead. You think that's the answer. Talk about karma. Fucking kill you. So there's been a nuclear disaster here at the Wattis School of Business where I used to teach and go to school. Yo Wattis, who is the monster who created all this, he died of AML leukemia. 3 days after he got the contract to build River Dam. They think they're above it, the Wattis, so they're all dead of cancer. Throw the karma on yourself. It's going to kill you all. Madame Curie America. Fucking, there's no doubt. I mean, this is the smoking gun proof. Thank you to put it out. Anonymous is back. Fucking stay tuned.